What's good? YouTube. Me and Chad here. And Maddie Balls. Reacting to Maddie Balls, my fault. The tragic downfall of Kodak Black. So, obviously, his downfall is not like hidden. I think everybody knows about Kodak's Black, like downfall of like how he just like, I don't know the details, but I know like he fell pretty hard. Let's find out what happened though.
Kodak Black has been a fan favorite artist ever since he came onto the scene. He's seen a ton of success over the years, collabed with some of the biggest artists, and dropped some great songs. However, throughout his entire career, he has had struggles with the law and drugs that are slowly but surely destroying him. Even Kanye said he wants to fly out to Florida to help Kodak. But to understand Kodak Black's struggle with drugs, law enforcement, and mental health, it's important to understand how he got here.
Also, by the way, I don't mean downfall as in like his career's doing bad. I'm talking about like him personally and mentally, and you know what, you'll see what I mean in the video, so let's continue.
Yeah. Lately, fans have been very concerned for Kodak's mental and overall health because of a multitude of videos that have been going viral. Fans have seen videos of Kodak nodding off, tweaking out in the middle of a parking lot, and just a bunch of videos like this. He was even arrested once after passing out behind the wheel of his car. And it seems like his legal problems have heavily coincided with his drug issues, which has been severely damaging to his career. But this problem isn't anything new. Kodak Black has been rapping ever since he was a kid, and he used to record after school at a local trap house. And while he clearly had a passion for music, Kodak was also getting into a bunch of fights and even breaking and enterings with his friends. All this trouble ended up catching up to him when he got expelled in the 5th grade for fighting. And things got even worse when Kodak...
5th grade? Yo. You're like 11 or 12 there.
Who was still in middle school, got arrested for grand theft auto. So clearly his childhood wasn't the best if this is the type of stuff he's getting into, and it seemed like these things would continue to affect him for the rest of his life. As a teen, this trend continued, and at one point Kodak got placed in a youth detention center 3 times in 1 year. So they put him on probation.
Shit.
All of this was before the age of 18. This is around the time that Kodak's career started taking off, with his breakout hit No Flockin' from 2014, which even got a shout out from Drake. Soon after becoming a legal adult in 2015, Kodak was arrested and charged with battery, false imprisonment of a child under 13, and possession of cannabis. However, he was later released. In 2016, Kodak was arrested and charged with possession of a weapon by a convicted felon, possession of marijuana, and fleeing from officers. In the next month, he was arrested again and charged with armed robbery. However, while he was still in jail for this, the police found 2 outstanding criminal warrants. So a few months later, when Kodak went to court again, he pleaded no contest to the 2 drug charges and was sentenced to 4 months in jail. Before getting out on those charges, Kodak was transferred to South Carolina, where he had to face some assault charges. According to the victim, she went to a Kodak Black show and afterwards went back with him to his hotel. When the 2 were there, Kodak allegedly said he couldn't help himself and tore off her clothes, bit her repeatedly, and raped her. Kodak was released from custody after paying the $100,000 bail, but he had to go back to court around a month later. And just 2 months into 2017, Kodak was arrested again for violating his probation.
God damn. We're at 2 minutes and 50 seconds in, and he's went to jail like what, 6, 7 times? 10? Like, it's up there, bro. Fuck.
This time he was held without bond, forcing him to postpone his tour. Kodak's trial was scheduled for 2019, where he faced a first-degree criminal sexual conduct charge, but this was again postponed. Then he was later sentenced to 364 days in jail because he violated his house arrest, but he was given the possibility of early release if he completed a life skills course. After being released, he started his 1-year house arrest and 5 years of probation. This was around the time that Kodak was blowing up with songs like Tunnel Vision, and he was crowned a 2016 XXL freshman. Let's take a moment to remember the greatest XXL freestyle of all time. His drug use over the years was very well known as well, and could be clearly heard in his music, like in his song Codeine Dreamin', where he's talking about how all of his drugs will send him to different planets. Throughout all of this though, Kodak was a fan favorite artist. He was funny and made good music, and on top of that, he had plenty of hilarious viral videos over the years.
Is that the one?
God.
I hope so.
Okay.
Yeah. My name Kodak Black, but when you see me, I'm white.
Hey. I don't stay in the projects anymore. I'm not a project baby anymore. I'm a suburbs kid. I'm a suburban. I'm a suburban dude.
But clearly his
Yo,
issues with the law
as he
were
changes
heavily
his voice
impacting
like
his
that.
career. Like, he was definitely messing up his money because of all the shows he had to cancel, release schedules that were messed up, and money he had to spend constantly on legal fees. But it seemed like the more he blew up and the more famous he got and the more money he got, that didn't seem to solve his problems.
Money and fame also can't protect you from the large amount of bots and malware on the internet. I mean, we all saw what happened when Offset got hacked.
That's why I use private internet access VPN.
Okay.
If you don't know what a VPN is, you're definitely
Balls in my face.
VPN.com/MattyBalls to get 83% off of private internet cents a month, which sounds good after his home was raided on Ask Me. Now let's get back to the video. In 2018, Kodak was arrested after his home was raided on multiple charges, which came from an Instagram live where he passed a gun and weed around a small child. So clearly we're seeing a pattern here where it's just catch and release, catch and release. Kodak keeps getting into trouble and messing his life up. A month later, while preparing to perform at Rolling Loud Miami, Kodak was arrested on firearms charges. He used the $600,000 that he was going to make from the show for the $500,000 bond and was released. Shortly after this, Kodak took a plea deal for the firearms charge and was sentenced to 40.
I'm not gonna lie. Kodak seems like he's having a lot of fun. I'm just saying. It does seem like he's having a hell of a lot of fun.
6 months, which honestly isn't that bad considering he was facing double that. So it seemed like all of his antics had finally caught up to him as he was about to serve some real time. Around this time, I remember seeing this viral tweet. I can't really find it right now, but basically they were saying that Kodak has just been given so many second chances and could easily straighten his life out, but he just keeps messing it up, and he would continue to do so. In 2020, Kodak pleaded not guilty to the Canadian border firearms possession case and faced 2 to 7 years. Then in 2021, he was famously pardoned by Donald Trump, which took a decent load off of his legal plate. Kodak, of course, has been very grateful to Trump for this and even dropped Last Day In to discuss his release and his presidential pardon. He even recently made a song called On Board featuring Donald Trump and has a solid gold Donald Trump chain. 2 months after the pardon, Kodak took a plea deal in the sexual assault case and pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of first-degree assault and battery, which Kodak was sentenced to 18 months of probation for. In 2022, Kodak was again arrested for trespassing. In another incident that year, Kodak was shot along with 3 others during a fight outside of a restaurant where Justin Bieber was hosting a Super Bowl party. He was prescribed Percocets for the pain, which is very important to where he's at now, because it wasn't just legal issues that were causing problems for Kodak, but it seemed like over the years he had developed a serious problem with drugs. Kodak had been having troubles with drugs for a long time, and he's talked about it periodically over the years. As far back as 2021 in a video with Zeus and Bilu, a lot of fans noticed how Kodak was
That shit is just like crazy, homie. Super gremlin. You feel me? Alright, what? So forgiving and so loving and so everything.
Before that, he failed a drug test, tested positive for weed and ecstasy twice, and was sent to 90 days of rehab by a judge. Following this, in 2022, he was hit with a drug trafficking charge after a traffic stop in Florida. The police found tons of drugs and $75,000.
31 pills? 75,000? Oh my god.
Dollars in cash. However, I think one of the more major moments that opened fans' eyes to Kodak's issues was in February of 2023, when he was ordered to go to rehab after he tested positive for fentanyl. This was while he was waiting for his trial over a drug trafficking charge, so this whole drug situation seemed like a real problem, especially since he had to go to rehab. In October of 2023, Kodak went on Drink Champs for an interview, and his actions in this interview concerned a lot of fans.
Then like the first bar that came to my mind, like when it came to that part, I knew fake, but I still ate it because I'm gremlin. I really ain't want to say that shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like that was the first thing that came to mind.
One fan said, "I pray he finds recovery. He's strong. I'm sure he could do it, if he actually wants to." Another said, "Hope Big Dog is okay and finds balance in life. Wishing this man well. He's got solid music. Drugs can own the mind, but never the spirit." This interview and other things happening around this time caused the internet to raise some concern for our guy Kodak. Joe Budden even addressed this, saying that he's been worried about Kodak for a while.
You want to get to Kodak Black's appearance on Drink Champs? That seems to be stirring up quite the commotion out there.
Yes, it is.
Kodak Black looked like shit on Drink Champs. And he looked like shit when he was wiggling around on the floor talking to himself in the dark when his man was taping him. Didn't look the greatest when he dodged that bullet from 2 feet away that we all watched. The internet pick funny times to be concerned about people. I've been concerned about him for the last year.
Shit, couple years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be nice because the nigga's fire.
Yeah.
A few months later, Kodak said that he wasn't on anything like coke and said that he was fighting his drug problem, claiming to have even checked himself into rehab.
I tell God himself I do perks, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. But them was my medicine prescribed to me. I will honestly say that, like like even before I had got shot and I had got prescribed to him again and shit like that, I could say like I had started like, you know, abusing to him, and I'm working on myself. I'm working right now. I mean, I paid $350,000 and shit to like to get clean and get better.
Damn.
You feel me? I done went
So
to rehab
sad,
by myself, like without court appointment, without the court having to tell me to do that. Just me wanting better for myself, me knowing like, bitch, I got children, homie, and it's like I have to be here for them. I had to be there for them.
Now, I don't know if he was referring to one of the 2 times he was ordered to go to rehab, but regardless, he went. Around this time, Kodak was arrested for possession of cocaine and tampering with evidence. The officer originally approached Kodak's car after he was passed out behind the wheel of his Bentley, blocking the road in the middle of the night. At some point, he swallowed the drugs to try and hide them, but it didn't work. It turns out that the drugs were crushed up oxy, and Kodak assured so in a social media statement saying, "I ain't no baser." Just like this whole cycle he's been going through, he was held, charged, and then released just a few months later. There have been so many videos, Instagram lives, and other examples of Kodak over the years abusing drugs, nodding off, tweaking out, and even a video of him going to the hospital without any other context. But I think 2024 was the year that people really started to realize how bad Kodak's problem was. The year started out strong with his previous drug possession charge being dismissed. Then in the summer of that year, he admitted at a concert that he was struggling with drugs. Kodak said he regretted glorifying drug use in his song Super Gremlin. He said, "It's sad though because it's like that shit, the bar came to mind so quick. I'm like, damn, I don't want to say this shit, but I know this bitch gonna go in." Then Kodak dropped a bomb saying, "I was chewing 100 perks a day, man. Average like 40. Average. If I was fucking with them fake shits, I'd have been dead. I don't want y'all to hear that and take that and feel like it's okay to do that shit." This caused the internet to worry for him quite a bit because, I mean, 100 a day is crazy, which led to Adam22 asking about it when Kodak went on No Jumper.
Recently went viral because you was on stage and you said that you regret saying the perky line.
Yeah, and Super Gremlin.
The Super Gremlin, yeah.
I hear that shit. I said that, man.
100 perks a day sounds like a lot.
You was exaggerating when you said 100 perks, or you was for real, like on 100 perks a day? How you weave off of it? Like how you? Tell you.
Throughout this whole interview with No Jumper, Adam kept asking about the drugs, but Kodak really seemed against talking about it. This led to a lot of fans assuming there was a lot of mental issues or struggles that Kodak was going through related to this problem. And as you can see, Kodak was not happy about these questions.
I ain't came up here for you tonight. We playing detective.
I'm not trying to play detective. I just
examinator, nigga.
Okay, yeah. I was just figured I would bring that up since we've talked about that so many times. I figured you might want to set the record straight.
I ain't trying to exploit your. I ain't even came up here talking about your wife and that. Because I don't know it, and I don't know you, feel me?
You a fan? We got the mold of her right there. You ever seen one of those before?
Yeah.
Y'all be kissing?
Yeah.
The pain in Adam's eyes in this clip are so funny, man. Kodak literally asked him if he wanted to taste it. Oh man, that's sad. But this was not the only incident that made it seem like Kodak was struggling with drugs in 2024. In November, he went on Kai Cenat's stream and it was.
I saw this and I was like, damn. And then people were like, oh, he's referencing this clip. Yeah, he may be referencing that clip. But he still doesn't look okay.
Kind of tweaking out a little bit, which had a lot.
Because I haven't seen any news about Kodak in so long, and I found out he goes on Kai Cenat's stream and he acts like this.
A lot of fans.
Kai Cenat is worried. If Kai Cenat looks worried, then you know it's that bad.
Concerned.
So for me, I said, no, I don't want it. I'm just waiting for the bus. I didn't want sex.
Yeah, that right there, he was referencing a video.
When I see you later, okay?
Hey.
Okay? All right.
My boy.
You, my boy.
Appreciate you.
Again. Boop.
Oh!
When I do that means I like a
Following this, Kodak linked up with Wallow and Gilly from the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, and Wallow sat down with Kodak and was super real, giving him this really motivational speech, telling him that he needed to get it together, if not for himself, for his kids and the people that look up to him.
Look at me, man. Listen, you special. Don't ever doubt yourself, and you got them babies counting on you. Now, there's gonna be times where you're gonna doubt yourself, you're gonna be in pain, but them babies counting on you. You gotta be here. And I'm telling you that because a lot of people get around you and they see your success and they say, oh man, a lot of people need you, and they yes man you. I ain't here to yes man you. You know me, every time we connect, you know I got love for you. Not because I need you, I got love for you because you're a young cat and I was young, Gil was young. Live. And I'm telling you that because you see that love that lady gave, you see how you light up when I talk about your babies? Live. These people want to laugh, they want to joke, they want to criticize. They don't know your pain, I don't know your pain. But I know one thing, them babies counting on you, your family counting on you, and you're talented. You got something that, I'm talking about, a lot of brothers ain't here no more that had the opportunities you had. Some of them in prison, some of them dead, and they looking at us like we just some that don't give a f. We junkies, we are criminals. That's what they think of us.
I thought this was super powerful, but
I did too, bro. I felt that shit deep. I'm not even gonna lie. Damn. That shit hit, bro. Oh, that shit hit. Oh, man.
unfortunately, it didn't seem to stick as Kodak's struggles got the best of him. Days after this video came out, Kodak went live on Instagram, and a fan said, "Love when Kodak's sober," which sent him off on a rant talking about how he isn't sober.
Say, I love when Kodak's sober. Bitch, I ain't sober. Fuck, I look sober. I know it's sober, bitch. For what?
Kodak was saying that he's never sober or never will go sober, so unfortunately Gilly and Wallow's words of advice didn't seem to stick. And this brings us to the most recent incident that Kodak's had with drugs, where a video went viral of him sitting on the ground in the middle of what looked like a parking lot eating food, acting really weird, making sounds and all that.
Okay. Take a seat next to him, take a seat next to him. Enjoy that food, enjoy that. Take a seat next to him, brother.
Hold on, bro. I want to be part of that shit, bro. Bro, I want to join that, bro. I want to be doing that.
Bro.
Yeah, for the people.
It's just so disrespectful. I feel like they're making fun of him.
Oh, you want something, though?
Tell them folks what's going on. Sound like that. What the hell going on?
I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed. Come on, let's go.
The saddest part about this video is if he really was tweaking out, all the people around him, his friends or whatever, are just sitting there laughing. His attorney tried to deny that Kodak was on drugs, saying that he was in Atlanta filming B-roll for an upcoming music video. This led to Kanye actually putting out a video saying that he wanted to fly out and help Kodak.
Now, I've seen this video of my brother Kodak, and I feel a call, and he's actually wearing this Donda chain. And it's not just because he's wearing a chain, but it's like, how he's sitting here wearing this chain unless something's saying to go and get my brother. And I thought about it before. I was like, man, I should go down to Miami. Maybe I could be the person that could make a difference. And that's what I'm about to do right now.
Kodak responded to this, and I'm not going to lie, he was just kind of rambling all over the place, so I had to cut it together to make more sense. But basically, he said he appreciates Kanye.
A real one. You know why you a real one? Because, like, I'm some whole other shit. Cause like Kanye the only nigga still fuck with Diddy, cause he know he ain't gay. He just did some real shit. Like, you know what? I'm like, I'm gonna do a collab with you, so bro can get some money and shit still.
2025, big year for Gemini's, you heard me? Kanye, yeah, Kendrick Lamar, President Trump.
After all of this, fans have really realized how much trouble Kodak is in. We've lost so many talented artists over the years to drugs, and people are really concerned that the same will happen to Kodak. One fan pointed out, there's a direct correlation with his shooting and prescription abuse. Ever since he got shot, he's been on pills heavy, probably traumatic for him, which is similar to what Kodak said, saying that he was prescribed Percocet. Another fan said, I feel there's a deeper problem than the drugs. He was on hard drugs making many of his best projects. I don't know what it is, but my gut tells me it's more of a mental health problem than the drugs making the music suffer. Bro just seems very depressed and not motivated to make great music at the moment. Most recently, Kodak went on one of those 20v1 videos where people also thought he was tripping. Some of the girls even commented on it, and he said he was just acting crazy.
I'm good people, but I'm a sweetheart, bro. I'm a sweetheart, but sometimes, like, you know, people take your sweetness for weakness and shit. Right. That's the only thing I hate, you feel me? Like that's saying I play crazy, so people just leave me the fuck alone. You know what I mean? That's it. That's why.
Now this is definitely an interesting theory, saying that Kodak is just acting crazy to get people to leave him alone. But after everything we've seen over the years, I really don't think that's the case. Yeah, so hopefully Kodak is able to get his life together, if not for the fans, for his kids and the people in his life.
But who knows? Maybe he is doing fine because he was just in the White House for some reason like a week ago. So that's weird.
If you like this video, you might like my video about 6ix9ine, an artist who is having a downfall that is a bit more satisfying to watch, considering all of the terrible things he's done. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing down below. Other than that, it's been your boy Matty Balls, and I'll see you guys next time.
God damn. That shit's crazy, bro. That's so sad, bro. I really do hope Kodak gets what he needs. Gets the help he needs. And he starts making great music again. And I hope he's alright. Even if he doesn't make music, I hope he's alright, dude. I really do. I really pray that he's fine and he's doing well.